All right, so in micro worlds, we have a main window already built into the development environment. So you can, all your drawing and all your action and everything goes into this window that's already been made for you. In Python, we have to actually create the frame. We have to write code to create that frame that we're going to do the drawing and all our gaming in. So just like timer, just like when we create a timer, we had to import Simple GUI and use this function from the Simple GUI module. We had to use a create timer function to create a timer. To create our main window, which we call a frame in Python, we have to import from Simple GUI and use a function called create frame. The inputs to create frame are the first input is the title that you want to give to your frame, and the second two inputs are the width and the height of the frame that you're going to create. So we create our frame, and once we have this frame object, we assign it to this variable frame so we can do things with it. Most importantly, to just be able to start it, right? So we create the frame and we can start it. Let me just run this and show you. So here we have our frame. It has the name home, which is the name we gave it. It's 300 pixels wide by 200 pixels high, and you'll notice the default background color in Code Sculptor is black. So let's look at how we add a button to this window. Let's see. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to get rid of this turtle because I don't want to have that tick stuff happening automatically. I'm going to just clear this out and stick a button on here. And actually I can use the same procedure that I have. I can use this tick procedure and type in click me. And so when I click the button, it'll say tick, okay? So we need to go into the button, we give the button a label and the instruction. So basically we can give it the procedure name that we're going to use every time we click the button. So we do something similar in Python. Let's see what that looks like. I'm actually going to go to the docs for some help on this one. So you can always click on that documentation button and bring up the docs. If you go to get to the Simple GUI stuff, you click on this Graphics Modules tab, and the buttons and all that, those control things are in the control object section. So I'm going to say add button to frame control panel. So let's see, well, I'll show you what the control panel is in a second, but it looks like there are two different ways we can call add button. We can say add button with some text and the name of the button handler, or add button with the text, button handler, and width, which is the width of the button. And you see there's some details in here this explains, and they have some examples. So you remember in the vocabulary in micro worlds, they'd have like some, they have basically show you how to use it. They have some definition for it, and they have some examples, so it's a similar deal in Python. So let's see, it looks like we want to do something like this to create a button. I'm just going to copy this. This is button handler. And see, this other one says comma 50. If we wanted to give it a size, we could do that. So I'm going to copy that over here. Register event handlers. Oh yeah, we're going to need a button handler, aren't we? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to steal the where's that tick function we have? I'm just going to steal this one, copy it over. So that's going to be, see, this says define event handler functions. That's where you're going to put your event handlers. And how about instead of tick, we call it click, since we're clicking the button. And I'll just print click every time. There we go. Alright, so I'll just call it button. And now my button handler is not called button handler, is it? It's called click. So I'm going to copy that over, and I'll just say click me on there. And let's save that. Let's see what happens with that. Alright, so now I have a button that says click me, and when I click it, I print out the word click over here every time. Coolio, right? Alright, well then, now your assignment is, let's make a real challenge. How about this? You're going to steal this tick function here, this tick event handler. So next you're going to add another event handler. So we have one called click. We're going to add another one called tick, and make that and have your timer start up. So you'll need, in addition to creating a frame, you'll need to create a timer. And in addition to starting the frame, you'll need to start the timer. And then add two more buttons. Add one button that makes the timer stop or start. Make a button that makes the timer start and a button that makes the timer stop. How about that? That's a good challenge. So let's look in the docs about the timer objects. Here we go. So you could say, so just like we said timer start before, you could also say timer stop. But so, and we're starting it right at the beginning, but we want to be able to start and stop it in inside a event handler, or I'm sorry, every time we click the button. So instead of printing click, you're going to stop and start the timer. Okay, but you're also, like I said, so you'll need a tick function, and you'll need to put some tick stuff in here. So that's a good challenge. See if you can get that one to work.